I'm here in Studio 2 or 1 or whatever they call it. This is a movie review. We were at the... I'm downloading the Fanime videos. It's taken forever because YouTube is being really buggy and making it difficult to download the videos. So, well, the last of the Fanime videos is being uploaded. I had to section... There were 2 movies. I had to section the vlog part, which is the part that has all the footage, into 4 acts, about 30 minutes long, and I had to section the recaps into 3, which is about 30 minutes long each. So altogether, 90 minutes for the recaps and about 2 hours for the other ones. YouTube keeps breaking down and not letting me do it. Anyway, so while that last section is loading, and the Wonder Woman review, I have just looked into something the fans wanted the Nostalgia Critic to review, but he didn't want to do it because he didn't grow up with it. He was too young to know about it. It's a TV show, and I actually have seen it. So Cat, Cecilia Kelly here, and said, "Will you do ReBoot?" And I said, "Yeah, I'll do ReBoot." Oh, so here you go. And yes, well, yeah, I was also in the thing. So he said ReBoot and perked up. Really? Let's do ReBoot. Let's do that. Okay, so right on ReBoot. Yeah, Mainframe Entertainment from Canada. They made a lot of stuff in the 90s, and they slightly predate Pixar. So it's interesting to do something like that because they some of them went on to do Pixar, Toy Story, and that kind of thing. A little known thing called Toy Story later on. But yeah, CGI animated cartoons started, in effect, with ReBoot, which was a show about a Tron-like world, and it's actually derivative of Tron. But granted, the guys in it, the kids watching it probably had no idea what Tron was. Tron came out in the early 80s, like 80 or 81. And yeah, their parents knew what it was. Their parents, and they go, "Oh, that's Tron, yeah." You know, but the kids are like, "What?" So yeah, ReBoot is about these sentient computer programs that run around in a computer trying to find out who the user is. Although it appears from their wiki page that it lasted 7 years, it didn't. It was only 3. What happened is it kept getting canceled and restarted. Rebooted. Over and over again. The first season aired in part on ABC and some of the other stations here. Since this is in Canada, it's California. But yeah, it had trouble coming out here. So what we got was a watered-down Saturday morning version of it for the first season, and out of sequence, because ABC and Fox Kids and then Cartoon Network kind of didn't know what they were doing. So what we got was this sort of like disjointed kind of a mess with ReBoot. And yeah, the 2 main characters are these 2 sort of bluish-green guys, or computer programs, and the girl, and there's like these evil sprightly aliens and this other sort of other aliens, gloms or something. They're evil, this sort of evil. Yeah, so yeah, ReBoot was an odd duck. Yeah, I can't say it was a bad experience or anything. It was fine. Yeah, it had the potential to be something cool. Also, around that same time period, Mainframe Entertainment later became Rainmaker. They made a deal with Hasbro. And they decided, we're going to do Hasbro shows. We're going to do a ReBoot over there, haha. A sort of future but the past reboot of another show that had been floundering for several years and out of the limelight for about 8 years, called Transformers. And Transformers fans, which definitely are, recognized the animation style and whatnot of ReBoot inherent in this new Transformer show, which started 20 years ago, a little over 20 years ago, called Beast Wars. And you might recognize it's a little bit similar because it's the same people. It's Mainframe Entertainment. Yeah, so you had ReBoot, followed by Transformers reruns of Beast Wars, Transformers Beast Wars reruns, which was actually a little bit, animation was a little better than ReBoot. I think the main problem with it, was studio interference, coupled with not airing it in order. ReBoot was clearly a serial telling a story, and like so many of these cartoons from the 90s, they just didn't show it in sequence. Finally, when it was on DVD, you could watch it and go like, oh, all right, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you kind of have to watch it in order. Beast Wars was kind of like that too, especially Transmetal, the second season. And Beast Machines totally was a serial. You had to watch that from beginning to end, or it wouldn't make any sense. And Cartoon Network tried very hard to show them in sequence, but sometimes they didn't. Yeah, and so there was a second season of ReBoot that the censors didn't like so much because it was a little darker, and but it's a kids cartoon with computer programs, and it's like Tron, and how dark can it really be? Well, it isn't that dark, isn't that? It was fine. It was what it was in the 90s, chic sort of 90s cartoon show. There were some cheesy elements. There were a couple of TV movies. Even though it allegedly aired from 94 to 2001, there were only really 3 seasons, so it was really 94 to 98, roughly. And then there was a 1999 revival on Cartoon Network, which Beast Machines was coming out. They put it back out and tried to show it in sequence. And Toonami, and sort of, yeah, okay, then it made sense. All right. So Toonami kind of saved it. So thanks to Toonami, you could have watched ReBoot in 99, 2000, 2001, and gotten the whole thing. They did a couple of TV movies. They were going to do a Gulliver's Travels. They got bought out by somebody. Rainmaker Productions does them now. I think you can still get the DVDs of the show. I'm not sure if they released the whole thing. It was the same time period as the animated Teen Titans, which you can't get all of. Not Teen Titans Go, Teen Titans, the animated series, the Korean one. Anyway, so, yeah, ReBoot. It was fine. The TV movies were trying to get back to the original story with them trying to find the user. That was the whole plot. So that the programs were trying to find out where they came from, basically. The creators. It had some issues, but then again, everything from the 90s kind of did. Here is something that I was a little more nostalgic for than the Nostalgia Critic would have been, because he didn't grow up with it. He is 10 years, at least 8 years younger than me, so he would have been really little kid, and he would have been like, I don't get this. 90, when did it start? 94? 94, I would have been 23. So, yeah, I was in college. But I was totally into the animation. I had nothing to do with the production. It was Canadian. Nothing whatsoever to do with that. My only contribution to the Mainframe Beast Wars legend was that there was a contest thing with Bob Forward in around 1997. And I submitted to early internet to submit an idea for I went to the website thing, and you could go to the website and submit ideas for Transformers, and I was one of them. I went in there and I said, "You know what you guys need when you do those Transmetal things you're going to do next season? You need a Transmetal Dinobot, and it needs to have big wolf, like Freddy Krueger claws, and big old teeth, a Velociraptor, but more like a Terminator, and it needs to have a Terminator eye and stuff, and look all fierce and destructive, and even more so because he's a robot." They made that toy. So, yeah. They did. And to which my friend Tim said, "You did get paid, didn't you?" I said, "No. They didn't ask for money, I just asked for ideas." "Oh, dude, oh." But no, I didn't get paid. They tripped you. Oh. Anyway, so, yeah, a Transmetal Dinobot is a Calcat idea. Silly Kelly idea. Yeah. So, but they were going to do that anyway. So, Primal Prime, that was him, but yeah. But Transmittal Rat Trap was more like a Mark's Cards idea for the Rat Trap guy. But yeah, there was a lot of stuff like that. But yeah, we didn't do anything with ReBoot. Yeah, the contest thing. Oh boy. So yeah, that's my review of ReBoot. And I'm not connected to it in any way, so. Probably don't even know what a transmetal Dinobot is. Go look it up online. But yeah, it's a Transformer, and he was... Actually, the Michael Bay Dinobots look very similar to Transmetal. Actually, think about it. Anyway, so, plane flying overhead. But we're done with the ReBoot review anyway. It is like Tron. Tron is a show about a guy in a computer. He's in the computer program. He lives in that world. It's the same idea. It's early cyberpunk, but for kids. But yeah, so